Hey, this is Mike with the Studio for Teaching and Learning Innovation. Today, I want to show you a really simple way to streamline your PowerPoint presentations when you do a presentation over Zoom, or if you want to just do a recording in your class. Right now, what you see is, so best case scenario, I'm over here on the right-hand side of the screen, and I'm kind of floating on one side, and I've got my PowerPoint here that I want to present to my class, or maybe I want to record it as a student presentation if I'm a student and I want to do a presentation for the class. And I've got this PowerPoint here, and if I want to play the PowerPoint, what happens? If I hit play from start, it's going to take up the full size of my screen. So I'll click on play from start, and now it's huge. And luckily, I've set my Zoom recording up so that I see a floating head at least over here. That's not what your students will see. So let's simplify this and make it so that I actually appear in the PowerPoint and that everything looks nice and I don't have to figure out why PowerPoint is taking up my full screen or anything like that. This is really simple, and let me show you how to do that right now. So I'm going to stop my share. And all I need to do for this is I'm going to go to share screen. If I'm in Zoom, you see I've got share screen down here in the middle of the screen, and I'll click on share screen. And now instead of a basic share, I'm going to choose advanced up here on top. So you'll see advanced share. And now in my advanced share, you'll see one of the options I have is this slides as a virtual background. I'm going to choose slides as a virtual background. And I'll hit share. And now it's going to tell me, it's going to ask me what PowerPoint I would like to use. So I've got a PowerPoint here that I want to show, and it's here in my downloads, creating a podcast. Okay, so I'll choose that and I'll say open. And it'll prepare my slides for me, and now magically, well, I have this weird headset on, so it's going to look weird. But if I don't have my headset on, you're not going to see this kind of gap between my ears. But now here I am in the middle of the PowerPoint, and I can move myself around very easily. I can just drag myself and move myself. And if I'm too big, you notice I have these little squares here at the corners, and I can just grab my squares and I can shrink myself down so that I'm a manageable size. So now here I am, and this is what the students see. I don't have to worry about resizing my screen or anything like that, and I can go ahead and I can put myself in any corner that I'd like and make myself any size that I'd like. And now I have full control over the PowerPoint as well. So if I click on the PowerPoint itself and activate it, I no longer see the blue box around myself. And I then can choose next, and now here, what goes into a podcast. And I can grab myself and I can move myself anywhere on the screen that makes sense if I want to do that. And that's a really easy way for you to maintain instructor presence and to maintain a really good video while you are showing your PowerPoint. So you don't need to work between, oh, what am I sharing? Where am I in this video? Where are my students? Because as you can see up at the top, I see all the students up at the top as well. If there were more people in this class, you'd see them up at the top of the screen. And it's a really convenient way to give yourself some presence as you are doing your presentation. And then I can just go to my next slide and I say, oh, you know what, let me move myself down here. And let's say I didn't want to be in every single slide. It's easy to handle that too. All I need to do is right here at the bottom, I can stop my video. And now, as you can see, the slide is just the text. And now I don't have to cover up any of the text or any of the images, whatever. But then on the next slide, let's say I wanted to appear back in this slide. I just hit start video again. And now here I am back in the video, and I can stretch myself out so that I can make a particular point. And well, you can see all this, but this, if I take this off, you won't be able to hear me, but you'll see it'll be better. So let me take this off for a second. Now, if I had a green screen, the product would be a lot better. And I've chosen no green screen on this. And if you wanted to have a green screen, it's really simple to do. Maybe I'll show that in my next video, but I'll just give you a taste of what that would look like because it really is worth it to do that. Let me show you what a green screen would do. So I'm going to change my video here. Well, first I'm going to grab my green screen. And I have it right behind me here. And I'm just going to pull that. And you can see it's kind of green there. And now you'll see that there's green in my headset here. And if I go to my video settings and I go to my backgrounds and filters, and I'm going to choose I have a green screen. Now my green screen is going to make my video so much better. Now you see that it handles the change in my image from the background. It handles that much nicer because it's expecting to find that green screen behind me. So anyway, you don't have to have a green screen. I'll show you how to do that in my next video. So look for that next week and I'll show you how easy it is to make a green screen. But to have your, and you can have a PowerPoint with anything you'd like. You can do images, you can do text, you can do any of that. But just to reiterate, all you need to do to make this happen is when you're sharing your screen, you go to Share Screen, you're going to go to the Advanced tab, you're going to go Slides as a virtual background, and you're going to hit Share. And then it's going to ask you what background you want. So let me choose a different one here. And so I'm going to choose one that I did on animation, the history of animation, and I'll say Open. And notice I don't even have to stop sharing this PowerPoint to jump to the next one. And now here's my history of animation slideshow, and I've got that, and I can stretch myself out, and I can move myself over here if I want. I can make myself smaller so that we can see the text. And now here I am, and now I can very easily go from one slide to the next, and here I am. And now I don't want myself in the middle here, so I can drag myself down a little bit. And now I can be talking to you and showing you this slideshow here. And then I just use the forward arrows to go forward. So really simple. And the other thing that you can do, obviously, is if I wanted to record this, I could hit record. And I could record it on this computer. And now the students have a way to create a presentation if they want, so that they can animate their slideshows and present that in the class. So it's a really nice storytelling tool. It's a really nice presentation tool. And it's so simple to do. So I encourage you to try it out and reach out to the Studio for Teaching and Learning Innovation. If you have questions, you can reach out to me or just write to the stli@wm.edu if you'd just like some general information. Anyway, I'll see you next time in the Teaching and Learning for the Humanities.